moms of TikTok, parents of TikTok, anyone whose child is in the American school district who has a kid who is autistic or in kindergarten, please just do me a solid because I'm probably going to need a legal fund.
I feel like some schools are just very, very careless because why do you have special needs? Because I believe that there are some schools that only admit special needs children. So you know that you have special needs and you cannot even monitor them. And when something went wrong, you cannot even tell the parents the day the thing went wrong. It's the next day, 24 hours later, when they come to drop the child. Again, then you're like, oh, we forgot to call you. This and this happened to your child. I believe that if you're in care with special needs children, you should always pay attention to them carefully. You should always know where they're going, follow them to whatever they want to do because they need extra care. This father came online to rant. In fact, he needs help. Let me show you the clip, then we'll come back and talk about it.
I'm going to ask anyone that comes across this video to not scroll for at least a minute and to share it. Moms of TikTok, parents of TikTok, anyone whose child is in the American school district who has a kid who is autistic or in kindergarten, please just do me a solid because I'm probably going to need a legal fund. Today, I dropped off my son. He is 5. He's in kindergarten. He is autistic. I dropped him off. We drop him off early in the morning so that way he can go and get the school provided breakfast because that takes less strain on our personal finances if he's getting meals at school. Today I went and dropped him off and his teacher was out there. And she's done this once before, just to let me know if he's been having some behavioral issues or whatever, just to inform me. Whatever. So she sees me walking up and she runs up and she says, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't call you last night. So I say, about what? Why? Why would you have needed to call me? Apparently yesterday, at breakfast, so I'm finding out the situation a full 24 hours after it happened. At breakfast, my son went missing. He somehow, the teachers that were on breakfast duty, monitoring, of which his teacher was one of them, were not paying attention, and this 5-year-old managed to leave the cafeteria, and he went through the whole school. Keep in mind, the cafeteria is in the gymnasium. It is separate from the school itself. So they found him an indeterminate amount of time later in a bathroom. A bathroom that is right next to the front door with another child. In order for him to have gotten there, he had to leave this cafeteria. I'm livid. He had to leave the cafeteria, walk across a courtyard, enter a door that, according to the principal, because we went and spoke to her about this, enter a door that's supposed to be locked at all times, that even she herself has been locked out of and has had to walk the entirety of the school. It's possible that maybe that's what he did. Or someone let him in, or someone didn't lock the door, which is all of which is a major security oversight. But he got to the other side of the school, the complete opposite end, without a single faculty member, teacher, stopping him, saying, "Hey, how old are you? What's your name? What grade are you supposed to be? Where are you supposed to be right now?" No one in this entire school. And he ended up on the complete other end of the school than where he was supposed to be. No pants, no underwear, with another child. And we're lucky it was another child. Apparently another child. The teacher said, and I quote, "Oh, then the boy he was in there with has problems too." So maybe that was a kid that was special needs, was in the life skill class that also no one was paying attention to. Could have been just another kid in his class. I don't know. We don't know. Because the teacher did not report this. She did not tell me when it happened. She did not file a report. She said, I'll get the report done today. Today. Over 24 hours later. So we go to talk to the principal. She had not heard of it. This teacher, and whoever the other kid's teacher was, did not tell the principal. And apparently, his teacher refused to go into the restroom. She wasn't the one that found them in there. She, I guess, discovered he was in there at some point. Regardless, she sent the school security guard, some other strange man, in there to get them. His desk is supposed to be right out, basically is right outside those bathroom doors. There's the front door to the entire school. There's his desk, and there's those restrooms. Where was he? Where was he? Why didn't he stop? Was there other stuff going on? Why didn't he didn't report it to the principal. She did not hear about it until after the teacher told me. I came home, picked up my partner, we picked up my other son, my baby, and we went back to go talk to the principal about this. No one was informed until over 24 hours later. And we're lucky, again, we're lucky he was in there with another child and not an older student or an adult or someone off the street because it's right by the front door. We're also lucky he happened to turn left and go into the school. Because if he went right, that's where the buses are driving through. There's a gate that is open, and that's where the buses are driving through. That's where parents are driving through to drop off their kids in the back. Right on the other side of that gate is a neighborhood where anyone, if a kid goes out that way, anyone can just walk out, grab the kid off the street. And just at the end of that neighborhood, because it's very short, it is a short road, just at the end of that road is one of the busiest roads in the city, where I almost got in a wreck last week because someone wasn't paying attention and was flying down the road. I am livid. I'm absolutely, and at this point, there's nothing that we can do as we just wait for the principal to investigate. So, I don't know what to do at this point. I'm gonna, I guess, email the superintendent, the school board. I don't know. Let them know. Yeah. Welcome to the American school districts.
You guys, what do you think he can do? Because I personally feel like he has to sue the school. I feel like there is more to the whole thing because it doesn't make sense. I feel like they're not saying everything. And the way these schools do, they will always want to sweep it under the mat because they don't want him to know anything. That's why they didn't say anything that day. They didn't tell him. Even when because of course he would have come to pick up the child after school or probably school bus, I don't know. So why did you guys mention anything till the next day? Yeah, not mentioning that you guys lost the child, and why? You guys kindly share your thought down in the comment section while I show you your reaction on these videos. Then we'll come back and discuss.
Alright, hi guys. I'm going to do, just another...
Okay, I don't fully know why I feel so inclined to stitch this, but probably because it's up. I can relate as, like, when I was a child, and then also, like, I can relate as a parent having children and being in this type of situation. It's not for the weak, and it's, like, literally it's just foul. And at school, dealing with the school where your kids are supposed to be safe is crazy to me. Okay, and then also what kills me is this is another Michigan parent. Like, I live in Michigan. My kids go to school in Michigan. This is something that happens literally all over Michigan, apparently, because, like, this is something that I've dealt with at my kids' schools. So it's like, what the... Okay, but basically, let me stop ranting and, like, fill you guys in on actually what happened. So, This guy's child is a special needs, which really doesn't matter. It just plays into the fact that he is a little bit more vulnerable, okay? Which makes it even more foul. Regardless, okay, he drops his kid off for breakfast. The kid goes to breakfast. They're in the lunchroom. Somehow, two children, his child and another special needs child, wander off. Nobody notices, okay? They go all the way to the other side of the school. This is across the courtyard through locked doors that teachers get locked out of. End up in a bathroom. Just them two. His son has no pants on. I don't remember if he said the other kid did or not, but it doesn't matter. We're talking about his kid. It does matter, but like in this moment, we're talking about his kid. Those kids both need help. But why? Those children, one, had to be led over there to get all the way across. Locked door. They had to be let through the door. The principal herself literally admitted to being locked out in that courtyard before because the door is always to remain locked. So the children had to be led, okay? And then three, two children with special needs in the bathroom missing clothes. There's a lot of anomalies in there. Just too many for it to like, it just doesn't. Something happened to those kids. And the dad is a scared parent. He's a mad parent. He's a parent that is stressed out. He doesn't want to traumatize his kid anymore because his kid's already been traumatized. But like, I need everybody to go to his page and share this. I need this shit to be out. I need it to be everywhere because there's things he's not doing because he doesn't want to traumatize his kids more. But those same things could literally hurt his case and make him lose getting the help and the things that his child needs. And he says that his kid hasn't said anything, but like, I didn't say anything either. My parents never knew. There's so many kids that don't say anything. And then what about the kids that are told not to say anything? Or like somebody will be harmed or something like, oh my God, you guys, I'm going to like tag him or something. Like go to his page, just share it. I need like every news station to pick this up. I need like everyone to like, because why? And then on top of that, they're making him wait over the holiday weekend so you can erase footage, hide stuff, and all get your stories together? No.
Parents of TikTok, anyone whose child is in the American school district.
If you haven't watched that video before that I stitched, please go give it some attention. This man is obviously going to need some money for legal fees, and I hope that he does sue this school. The situation is horrific. But I wanted to share a little story, a little trauma dump. When I was in preschool, this is just to give you an example of like, as parents, sometimes we feel like we're jumping to conclusions, we're blowing things out of proportion, but these are your kids that you're sending to these people. And not everybody is great and wonderful, and sometimes people will slip through the cracks, and sometimes like disgusting things happen in schools. And it needs to be reported, and it needs to be taken as far as it can legally, to make sure that these people can't hurt more children. But anyway, when I was in preschool, which was like 94, I had a teacher and a teacher's assistant. For most of the year, they were duct taping our mouths shut. They were tying kids to chairs, tying us down to the cots that were for like nap time, screaming in our faces. It was literal torture. Most of the physical violence was happening from the actual teacher, but the teacher's assistant helped and sat there and watched it all happen. The only reason why the parents found out that it was happening was myself and a couple other kids started getting like breakouts around our mouths from the duct tape, and like from like the, I don't know if she was using rope or string or whatever, but they were starting to get burns on them. And an investigation was, opened, and there was a class action lawsuit that happened with all of the parents against the school and the teacher. and this was in West Virginia, where I grew up. And they ruled it that there wasn't enough evidence against her. She was fired from the school just because, it's not a good look. And she moved to Florida, got a teaching license down there, and continued to teach. So what I'm saying is, if something actually would have been done about that, she wouldn't have been able to go and teach other kids. And this is before the internet and people could find anything about anybody. But this is why you need to push for your kids when it comes to things like this. And if you have an inkling that something is not right, like this story, something's not right with that. Something's not right. I would be pushing, be the bad guy. Be the bad guy, be the annoying parent. Because if you let this slide, it's going to continue to happen. If it's not at that school, it's going to continue to happen with the people that were responsible somewhere else. So yeah, this is horrifying. I'm so sorry. And please go watch his video, share it, comment on it. Because again, he's going to need a legal fund because this is disgusting. I'm not sure what state he's in. But yeah, he's going to need the legal counsel because something's not right.
Even if he was found in the restroom with another child that is also a special needs child, doesn't make it safe. The thing is, a lot of things must have gone wrong or would have gone wrong. I just feel like they took it too lightly, and that is very wrong of the school, because you're supposed to know, like, why is the child even going to the restroom? I personally feel like he needs to sue the school. He needs a lot of money, good lawyer to sue the school, and they really need to tell what really happened. And if not, I feel like this is how some children just get unalive, some child get unalive in school, because teachers are very nonchalant. I'm not saying they're not doing their work, but then two special needs children not in class. And you guys can share your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.